During the traditional August congressional recess, county farm bureaus took the opportunity to invite federal, state, and local lawmakers onto their farms to talk about the many issues impacting agriculture. The legislative farm tours provide farm families the opportunity to shed light on their concerns, ranging from the uncertainty surrounding a recent regulatory expansion of the Clean Water Act to the need for state lawmakers to address pension and property tax reform. For Steve Hershey, president of the Lancaster County Farm Bureau, having lawmakers visit his farm was a chance to discuss Pennsylvania's response to the threat of avian influenza. Hershey says avian influenza is a significant concern and that an outbreak would be financially devastating for him, as he is preparing to begin filling his new barn with egg-laying hens.
We're just building a new building, a 10-year mortgage. If we would lose these birds to avian influenza because of the cycle and time it takes to grow pullets, we could be sitting empty 3/4 of a year. So you just look financially where that puts you, no income to make that mortgage payment.
During the tour, Hershey and other participants discuss efforts in Pennsylvania to prevent avian influenza from negatively impacting farms and related businesses. Hershey said he is pleased with the proactive measures Pennsylvania has taken to protect poultry businesses.
I really think this state is doing a good job preparing us for what's coming. I mean, and the attitude is it is coming.
Aside from avian influenza, farmers also discuss state and national legislation that could help farmers cope with the uncertainties of agriculture. Chief among those concerns is a recent expansion of federal oversight into small creeks, ditches, and even farmland as part of the so-called Waters of the United States rule. At Farm Bureau events across the state, farmers like Juniata County's David Graybill spoke about the challenges the new rule could have on their businesses.
The EPA changed the wording, essentially is what they did. And before we talked about navigable waters. And I assume that means I can float something in it and do commerce in that water. And now they have removed that navigable and just said waters of the U.S. And the water puddle that forms here whenever it rains becomes waters of the United States. That's a problem.
Another problem highlighted during the tours involved Pennsylvania farmers' concerns about the solvency of the state's two pension systems, which are currently underfunded by an estimated $56 billion. Farmers like Mark Weiderman, who participated in a farm tour in Adams County, are concerned that they and other landowners may have to make up the difference in the form of paying higher property taxes.
If there's not some real action taken to address the situation, Pennsylvania is going to be pretty much bankrupt in a number of years, and if it's not taken care of, the money has to come from somewhere, so farmers feel like, and anybody that pays property taxes feels like it's going to come in higher property taxes, which certainly affects us.
Meanwhile, lawmakers appreciate the opportunity to learn more about the issues facing farm families. State Representative David Zimmerman, who participated in the Lancaster County Farm Tour, says the tour provides a venue to build relationships with his constituents.
Well, even a tour like today, I get to learn to know some of these people, and just having that relationship then gives that opportunity to, whenever something comes up, I have some go-to people, and we can discuss the issues, and it's just, I think it's a great venue to accomplish some of that.
While Farm Bureau members make a point of visiting their elected officials in their offices in Harrisburg and Washington, D.C. during state and national legislative conferences, farmers believe there is value in having lawmakers spend time on the farm.
It can be pretty cut and dry, but when we get them out on the farm, there's animals and there's all kinds of things that they aren't usually around. So it seems like it's a better place for conversation.
I'm Mark O'Neill, Pennsylvania Farm Bureau News.